How now, brown cow? That is a saying in typical social jargon, but in this case, it's the name of a beer, and it's another offering from Aslin, a very proud brewery indeed. And if you are strong, proud, and brave like the Steelworkers of America, I will let you know how to represent them in style. There's some swag from Mainline Metals. So, show out your pride. And let's see just how prideful this milk stout can get right after the theme song. Welcome back to the Upstate Studio with your Soy Nutmeg 2 Palmetto for another beer review. You might notice the display looks a little different. Well, the computer's still there, but there's some concerns with it, so I gotta make sure that there's no mess. Anyway, we got this one from Aslin. How now, brown cow with peanut butter, chocolate, and coffee. It is a milk stout. Sounds like a mighty fine stout indeed. Another brand that is mighty fine is Mainland Metals. If you want to represent the Steelworkers of America with pride, head on down to the description below, click the link, and use the code NUTMEG15. That is NUTMEG15, NUTMEG15 for a 15% discount off the checkout of anything from Mainline Metals. So we are going to use my Fatality glass from Three Sons, but nobody needs to know that because it's a stout. That the Fatality series was a stout. This is a stout. See where we're going with that. And with Aslin, we'll get a closer look at the can, and I'll give you the specs one time around Canada on the Shane Cam. So, what do we got here? How now, brown cow? Milk stout with peanut butter and chocolate flavors. 6% on the nose. Can't totally read what that expression is on the bottom of the can, but date is on the bottom of the can, but it does say sexy time. Sexy time indeed. Every season is stout season. You may be seeing this in the fall, but I'm drinking it in the middle of July. Brewed and canned by Aslin Beer Company in Alexandria. Keep cold, drink fresh. Store at 3545. Please recycle. Puerto Rico. Do not litter malt beverage with natural flavors. I'm not sure why it said Puerto Rico, but I'm down with it. And the color scheme, I kind of like it because it's a very southwestern type of vibe, and I love anything southwest. Stats on Untapped, 11,962 total, 10,697 unique, of which 9,903 are ranked 4.05, so just over 4 amongst that large sample size. I'd say that's pretty respectable. This is a low ABV milk stout. It has rich aromas of peanut butter, lightly roasted coffee, and has a smooth chocolatey finish. Again, categorized as a milk stout, so let's not waste any more time. Do our ode to one flight down with a schluck. And it went everywhere across my station. Hard pour, you know what channel you're watching. And it's a stout, so don't have to worry too much about the head going all nuts and having to wait too long for it. Put that back down. Another ode to one flight down. That is dark as midnight on a moonless night. I think I got it right finally. Pretty tannish khaki color head. I get the peanut butter in a big way. And it's milky. It's a little creamy. The one thing that I don't pick up is the coffee, but I am okay with that because I'm not always the biggest. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm very finicky on coffee and beer. I generally like it. It's like the one thing I can kind of get down with coffee about, but it's still not my favorite flavor profile. So if it's kind of like a light and moderate, that's a-okay in my book. But yeah, it's really milky, creamy, and a lot of peanut butter. So I'm all for that, and I'm really excited. I'm going to top it off, and let's get right to it. Cheers. I will say, when I lifted the glass up to my lips, I actually did kind of get a little bit of a texture of peanut butter, believe it or not. Without even sipping any of the beer, mind you. So, The coffeeness does come through a little on the flavor. It's kind of masked by more of a chocolatey note, probably a little mix of both. There's a little bit of a bitterness there too so I almost want to say dark chocolate, but the bitterness is honestly probably coming from that coffee effect, the coffee bean, the roastiness, that sort of thing. The chocolate flavor, as it kind of like settles around my palate, really is more that milk chocolate vibe. The peanut butter's there, but it's less creamy and more like actual peanuts. It is very good. It's got a pretty decent body to it for being 6%. It's got a pretty decent body, but especially for it being kind of a crushable beer, crushable stout, the fact that it's still got a nice like full body to it is really nice. So I definitely give this a favorable rating. If you see it on your shelf, definitely grab it. No fatalities caused here because this is nice, crushable. It's got all the profiles, and you could sip on it and enjoy it, whether it's 90 degrees outside or a cool fall and autumn day. Anyway, one more time, represent the mainline metals brand, the steel workers of this country. Head on down in the description, click the link, and use the code Nutmeg15. That is Nutmeg15, Nutmeg15 for a 15% discount off at checkout from Mainline Metals. And yeah, let's get fatal, because, well, let's not get fatal, but let's at least act like we can kind of pretend it's a fatal stout, because it is quite crushable, it is quite good. Cheers, friends. See you next time.